Alexis Sanchez. As you probably know by now, Alexis Sanchez is a pretty nifty footballer and a talisman on the international stage. His Chile team tore apart Spain in the last World Cup, have won back-to-back Copa Americas, and the forward was voted player of the tournament in 2009. Antonio Valencia. One player who has almost certainly played in his last World Cup already is Antonio Valencia. After losing each of their final four qualifiers, Ecuador fell out of contention for Russia, and their captain will be particularly miffed. The Man United veteran has returned to form in the last 2 years, but he's getting no younger, and will be just 2 months off 37 by the time the Qatar World Cup comes around. With 92 caps, he is by far the most experienced player in Latin 8. Jan Oblak. If goalkeeping heroics is what makes you tick, then you're going to be shortchanged next summer. David De Gea and Manuel Neuer will no doubt impress as always, while Gianluigi Buffon still needs a playoff to secure an emotional swan song. However, one man who will definitely miss out is Atletico Madrid's shot-stopper, Jan. 7. Virgil van Dijk. Dutch centre-half Virgil van Dijk nearly became the world's most expensive defender in the last transfer window, but while he tries to escape from Southampton again next summer, he can keep himself amused by watching the World Cup. Unfortunately for Van Dijk, it took his move from Celtic to Southampton in 2015 for the national side to take notice, and he did not earn his first international cap until he was 26. Marek Hamšík. Slovakia talisman Marek Hamšík is probably one of Europe's most underappreciated players, and at the age of 30, will be mightily disappointed to miss out on the World Cup once again. The last time Hamšík played at a tournament, he was just 22, and captained his side to a famous 3-2 victory over then world champions Italy. Since then, the Slovakian playmaker has become a legend at Napoli, making more appearances for the club than anyone else this century. 5. Christian Pulisic. From a veteran who may not get a chance to contest another World Cup, to a youngster who has been robbed of his first outing on the biggest stage of all, Christian Pulisic is still just 19, and he has already made 65 appearances for Borussia Dortmund, and already has 9 international goals. Needless to say, he looks like the most talented footballer to have ever come out of the United. 4. David Alaba. Like Pulisic, Austrian maestro David Alaba is still waiting to feature in his first World Cup, but unlike the American, he will be 26 next summer and is approaching his prime. Alaba has already won 6 Bundesliga, 4 DFB Pokals, and the Champions League with Bayern Munich. 3. Arjen Robben. Now, we've had some pretty fantastic players on this list already, but Arjen Robben is our first downright legend. He may have linked up with the likes of Van Nistelrooy, Schneider and Van Persie since making his international debut in 2003, but the man of glass is surely the finest Dutch player of the 21st century. The Netherlands winger has given the fans of the Oranje some memorable moments over the years, and a stellar record of 37 goals and 29 assists in 96 appearances, including 6 strikes. 2. Gareth Bale. Just 15 months ago, Wales wrote a footballing fairy tale, beating a much-fancied Belgian side to reach the semi-finals of a European Championships, their first international tournament in 58 years. Gareth Bale will be hoping they don't have to wait anywhere near as long for their next one. Since that glorious summer, the explosive forward has seen his fortunes fade, battling injuries which has seen him miss half of Real Madrid's historic 2016-17 campaign, and more crucially, Wales' final 2 World Cup. 1. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. A man who has been terrorising Europe's goalkeepers for some years now, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang no doubt deserves some World Cup action. But let's not start feeling sorry for the Borussia man, who is only himself to blame. Unlike Bale, who watched on in despair as his Wales team fell to the Irish, Aubameyang actively rejected calls to represent Gabon in a crucial qualifier against the Ivory Coast in August, reportedly because it meant being out of Europe for transfer deadline day.